I am not.
There's a reason he believes that.
Hey, can I get a sergeant?
We can't find anybody.
I want a sergeant. I want a sergeant. Because I want a sergeant to see him. I want a sergeant to see him. You know for a fact this man is under the influence of something.
I have a party here requesting for a sergeant.
You know he's under the influence of something.
Okay.
In this video, obtained by the Kansas City Defender, an officer is alleged to be under the influence while on the clock.
Hey, if I held my finger up and told you to follow my finger, could you do it?
Was wrong with Dave Sanders?
You're high, dude.
So I understand you guys are upset and frustrated.
You brought a high cop to my house.
It's frustrating. You guys walked to my mom's house
Look at
without permission.
Hey, can I get your name and badge number? Can I get your name and badge number?
If anyone were in this situation, they would likely reach the same conclusion, no matter if he is or is not on something. This man should not be in the field at this moment.
Who?
Officer Shepard, 2075.
Officer Shepard, what?
2075.
2075.
It was not
you cool. Hey,
insecure.
look, we're not gonna be hostile.
And it
We're
wasn't-
actually cool.
and my
You're
door
actually,
wasn't
bro, you're
open,
showing
it was
really cool,
shut.
but let's be honest, he doesn't seem.
A shocking piece of video. Let's go over what we know thus far. Charles Guy, the resident who recorded it, told a local digital outlet that two officers were summoned to his house following a family dispute regarding his son. The cops were inside his home when he returned home with his child. Guy claimed to the Defender, which first published the video, that he was in fear of his life, as the officer had a lethal weapon with him and was acting aggressively towards me and my wife. He would tell the Kansas City Defender that cop admitted on camera that they had already gone into my home, Charles continued. I kept trying to get the cop's name and information because I knew it wasn't okay that they did that, but that's when I started noticing that one of the cops was high out of his mind. I have more videos too. I videotaped the sergeant too. When he came up, I videoed him. Via Fox 4 in Kansas City. The officer in question has been placed on administrative leave. Quote, well, clearly it's very disturbing. That's not the experience you expect when you are calling a police officer, said Nikki Richardson, co-founder and president of Justice for Wyandotte. In the video, captured by Guy, it is evident that something is off with this particular cop as he was slurring his words. His eyes looked dilated and were rapidly darting around, and he was leaning against the wall as if he could not stand up straight. Despite the obvious signs of displaying highly abnormal behavior, the other cop did not acknowledge it whatsoever, because back the blue. Who's to say how many more houses they would have went to before someone pulled out their phone and had a sergeant called? How many more houses have they gone to before they got here, Richardson said. It can't always be on civilians out at the ready to catch police misconduct. At some point, that has to be done internally, she added, to which we agree. The sergeant kept defending his officer, Charles said. I said, come on, he don't look high to you? I think the only reason they were denying it is because they saw I had my camera, he added. I mean, come on. He's clearly just sitting there high as a kite. His teeth were grinding. His eyes were going all over the place. His foot was blinking, twitching. It was looking like a jackrabbit. He would close his eyes and go to sleep leaning against the wall. This speaks to the larger conversation about concerns within police culture across the nation. There was clearly another officer that was there, that was fit to be there, and there was an officer who wasn't, Richardson said. The Metro Organization for Racial and Economic Equity told the Defender in a statement addressing it all. Having met with so many community members who have been violated by this department, we are not surprised. We keep hearing that the problems within the Kansas City Police Department are a thing of the past, or isolated to one or two officers who are long gone. Reality is, no matter what is happening with the officer in this video, the fact that his fellow officer is seemingly disregarding this highly unusual behavior points to the system we know and have come to believe needs DOJ scrutiny. Without outside intervention, we don't anticipate anything changing in KCKPD.